He has since told her that it was a mistake and all a ploy to get her attention, as he feels she hasn't been giving him enough attention. Oh, of course.
Oh my God.
Of course, you little prick.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you.
Happy
Welcome
Wednesday.
back, everybody. Welcome back.
We've been listening to Blackpink.
We love
When we
Blackpink.
pull up, you know.
It's a shutdown. I recommend their music to all
So do I.
because it's just fantastic.
Vroom, vroom,
They
vroom,
look
vroom.
amazing.
The visuals,
The
If you
dancing.
are someone who, like me, grew up watching music videos and has a passion for watching music videos, you should look at Blackpink.
Truly, their music videos are fantastic. BTS's music videos,
Because it gives choreography, it gives outfits, it gives different scenes,
Yeah.
it gives drama.
yeah, and they do those just dance videos on YouTube. You know, where they're just in the studio. Remember,
Of course.
and BTS would do them.
Of course.
And all of BTS, their military service is over this year.
Lots
I
to look
think
forward
in
to.
summer. Don't quote me on that.
And Traitors Tonight.
Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day.
After all our withdrawals, it's back.
It's a good
Literally
day.
opened my eyes this morning. I was like,
Oh, it's a good
Wednesday.
day.
That means the
And
Traitors
I've
is on
bought
tonight.
my big Stanley out of retirement
Here, here.
because, but it is a faff, I tell you. Such a fact. You just got no hands in the day. Like, had to bring a box in. You know, it's like you just got no hands because you've got to take care of this.
It's a child.
You know, it's so.
I
heavy.
don't hate the size. I just hate the leakage.
The leakage.
I cannot use that water bottle because if I put it on the seat of my car and then obviously I go,
It's not going to work.
and it just then my whole seat is wet and it's too big for my cup holder. So I physically cannot take mine out of the
And
house.
also now that this is a glass straw, even more of a hazard.
yeah.
So imagine that falls and then I've got glass in my drink. I've got glass in my mouth. I've got glass.
Well, I hope you wouldn't drink it if you.
I know.
glass.
But if there was glass floating around, you swallow a bit of glass. Your insides are cut up. You're dead. So I'm being extra careful with it.
Happy Wednesday.
Swallowing glass. I
Happy
mean,
Wednesday to everyone who's alive and kicking.
have you ever stood on glass?
Do you know what I did one time?
'Cause that
which
would
was so
be-
weird of me. When I was about, it's almost like a secret that I've carried to this day. When I must have been about 7 years old. And I used to live opposite this really mean girl. Do you remember the mean girl
yeah.
that used to live opposite
She
me?
was nasty, I
a
remember.
nasty piece of work she was. And we were in an alleyway playing. I know.
Yeah.
And there was all this glass. And we decided to pick it up and collect it so other people didn't hurt themselves
nice.
on the glass. And then all my hands were just cut with glass. And I was almost like, I knew I did something wrong because I was too scared to tell my mum that I'd got all glass in my hands. So I just dealt with it myself.
Is it like you have no, did you not have a concept of pain?
I don't know because I don't remember being in any pain. I just remember like picking up this glass and then like just putting it in a little pile. And then I remember looking at my hands and there was blood all over my hands. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done there?
Because if I was your mum, I would have been concerned that you had that thing where you couldn't feel any pain and then you just start biting your fingers off.
That's giving superhero powers.
Because apparently, you know the science, hey?
Yeah.
The science is apparently, because we know these are our hands. And obviously, like, I don't want to, like, that's going to cause me pain. And obviously, I don't want a missing finger if I was to bite off my finger. But apparently, like,
Apparently your
What's the
finger is
science?
as easy to bite off as
a
biting a
carrot.
carrot.
But obviously because
mentally,
we would never.
But
But there are people out there who can't feel pain and pain is not like a thing. So when they're children, they like bite their fingers off because they don't know. So like we could, like if I tried.
bite your finger off.
Yeah, but we wouldn't.
Our brain stops us. Isn't the mind a magical thing?
Because haven't people had their ears bitten off and stuff
I'm sure someone has, yeah.
in boxing fights?
Okay, yeah. Who's the artist that cut his ear off?
Yeah.
Van Gogh?
Is it?
Don't know. That was just a stab in
Or
the
is
dark.
it...
Sent his ear to the person in the post?
Yeah. Who else is another famous artist?
Picasso?
Yeah, is it Picasso? Van Gogh. I think it might
Banksy?
be Van Gogh. Banksy? Could be him. He's apparently been found.
Really? Wow.
He's just this old man. The more you know.
The more you know. Don't say this podcast doesn't teach you anything.
Don't say this podcast is
Every day
a
is a
history
school
lesson
day.
every day, you guys.
So, speaking of school, classes in session,
Yeah.
and we are back. It is boy talk.
Right, we're going to dive into the cute with the W.
So,
All right.
we've got here, this is going to be really sweet, non-sexual things that turn you on.
Yeah, now let me think.
Reversing with the
Yeah.
hand over the back of the chair.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's a common one.
That's a classic. It will be just like, I need some inspiration
Yeah,
and then
I
something
needed
will
to
come
go
to me.
too. Let's see here. Clean teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Reversing the car.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
When he cleans the house.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you like that act of service of he's taken something off your plate.
So it's probably more the act of the service.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Getting up to make me a cuppa when he's not at work, but I am. Hubby material.
Nice. Yeah, another act of service.
Oh, having my back in public and around his friends, like agreeing with me or taking my side.
Well, yeah, like back me up, protect me.
We've got a bit of hand on the neck. It's the new holding hands. Have you seen?
Yes, I have the grab of the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's put
Leading you in the way.
when they clean the kitchen after dinner. Drool.
Yes.
Backwards
Big draw.
cap.
Yes.
Backwards cap doesn't really do it for me, I have to say.
I think that would do it for me.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it that I prefer the cap the right way
I think
around.
as long as the hairdo sits well underneath the cap and whatever is sticking out, if any, at the front.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's that hole there that something could stick through, as long as it's appropriate.
Someone's put underarms. I can't even explain it. A man doing DIY.
Yeah, I would fear that's a classic.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
Men holding keys with their mouth when their hands are full.
Hey!
Yeah, I could see that.
Right, yeah, the dirty keys.
Him
there.
building IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
Smelling
DIY.
good.
Yeah.
A man who knows his way around the kitchen.
Yeah. Good with knife skills, chopping skills.
This is giving master apprentice trope. Him teaching me how to do something.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Being
I can see that.
kind and gentle with the impatient.
Changing the bedding.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Watching him cook. Love it.
Oh.
Tea towel over the shoulder while cooking. I can see that. Leaning on a desk with both hands. Brackets, forearms must be out.
Oh, leaning on a desk. Sounds like you fancy your teacher, madame.
Forearms must be out. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, what
It's giving
veins?
Zodiac Academy.
Veins pulsating.
Yeah. Tucking my hair behind my ear.
Oh,
that's quite sweet.
That is a sweet one.
Remaining calm in a stressful situation.
Gosh, yeah, one can only...
Leaning on door frames.
Okay.
I
I
see
do
that.
think there's something about the bicep into the underarm.
Yeah, there's something about that
into
region.
Is that a pec?
The pec, the chest.
The pec. If that's exposed, and a bit of a lean. That I could see
bit
how
of a bulge, bit of a stretch.
that is quite sexual.
Grey joggers, no top.
Yeah, lovely.
Manners, quite simply.
Yeah. I mean, bare minimum, I fear.
We've got here boys who are just great with kids and babies.
Yes.
See that?
Always.
Tattoos. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Communication and putting my feelings first.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hand on the thigh.
Yeah.
Looking for anything that's just super not
Yeah.
sexual. Cleaning the dishes. Really gets me in the mood.
Well, it's like when people see Harry Styles with that child.
Just,
there's
it
those
brings out
and it's just oh my god,
those feelings in us.
Yeah, you're just he's gonna be such a good dad. And
When
he's an
he
uncle.
When he wears a slutty little chain.
Oh, a little
Veiny
chain.
hands.
Yeah, veiny hands.
Suit pants.
Okay.
Yeah, if they fit well.
Yeah, tight
quite nice on the bum.
Yeah.
When he plays with my hair.
Yeah, nice.
Knitted jumpers on a muscly man.
Yeah, that are tight.
Yeah,
I can see that. A little navy number, little quarter zip, little bicep hugging.
We've got here the ability to type really fast.
Strong
gets someone
fingers,
in
I
the
guess.
mood.
You know what they say about strong fingers?
Yeah, good hands. It's got a wide spread. You can reach all the letters very quickly.
With his pinky finger, you can get all the way over there.
Inside the keyboard.
Yeah.
Wet hair after a shower or
Okay.
cologne. When he talks to strangers.
Okay.
It's giving
'Cause
confidence.
he's kind and confident. Yeah.
Oh, we've got here when they are good at Excel. No, they know their way around a spreadsheet. Let me just make some pie charts for you real quick.
Well, I could just make you a quick
and
little
if I just
Excel.
click Control X, we actually get a list here. If I just highlight this there, then we get a figure at the bottom. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
My boyfriend wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Changing gears in the car.
Yeah, nice.
Clutch down.
You know what would do it for me? Is a
Second gear.
man who knows his way around Dress to Impress.
Would that do it for you?
Yeah, if you knew where everything was.
That would get you in the mood.
You know, when he was being really quick, you know, he only had 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, to make a dress, so he knew where everything was. Oh, well, the dresses are over here. Well, I need that sparkly thing. It's over here. And he just knows his way around and he does it in 5 minutes and then he wins.
That would really get you in the mood.
I'd be like, wow.
Okay.
First place on the runway.
Maybe you and Mark Hayhurst are more compatible than you thought.
Mark Hayhurst.
He definitely knows his way around Dress
I
to
wonder
Impress.
if Mark has slept with a woman. Have we assessed him that before?
Yeah,
I don't think he
have.
has. I don't think he has.
He's told us that all gay men have had a taste of. Has he not?
Well,
Or is that on Schitt's Creek?
he said to us that he's not opposed to a vagina.
Has he?
Don't quote me on that. But he said because obviously their natural instinct is it's a hole where it goes.
I think we're definitely misquoting Mark.
Yeah. I think he said maybe he understands that it will bring pleasure.
I haven't heard him say that.
He has said something about
We
a
will
vagina.
clarify that.
He said something about a vagina that he's not opposed, I'm sure. But he would never want to go near a woman. That's his thing. It's I understand that the vagina...
I thought it was the opposite. I thought he
really?
could see a woman and think, yeah, she's gorgeous, but yuck, Fanny.
Well, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I thought he said that, I'm not opposed to a vagina, but I just wouldn't want to go near a woman like that.
Oh, okay.
But we're probably, one of us is misquoting him for sure.
Someone who can parallel park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Someone who can drive point blank for me because I can't drive.
Yes.
If you've got a license,
If you've got that, even that provisional, wowza. A new Summer Fridays lip balm. Okay.
on a man.
I don't know.
Yes, I hear it. You know what? I support it. We're big fans of the Summer Fridays
We
lip balm in
are.
this house.
We are.
So we don't
Irish
discriminate.
accents.
Yeah.
When he says we or are in future plans.
Yeah, lovely.
Carrying my suitcase up a flight of stairs. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one. Fixing stuff. You changed that light bulb. You Bob the Builder Brian.
Knows
Absolutely.
his way around a screwdriver.
Most common ones, I think, are building stuff,
Yeah.
driving, backwards caps,
Yeah.
and cleaning up.
And generally
So,
acts
guys,
of
it's not
service.
hard, really.
No, it's not hard at all. So
Asking
are we
me about my
saying,
book.
Are we saying that, yeah? Are we saying that we could look at a man and go, no, I'm not particularly attracted to you. But if we then saw him
With his
in a
keys
s-
in his mouth.
yeah, in a scenario where
Tea towel over the shoulder.
he was cooking,
hammer in hand.
he was sweating,
Provisional license just on the
yeah,
side.
he was chopping, backwards hat.
XL up on the side.
Would we then be, well, it's a social experiment, I guess. I'll have to try it.
I think it's the point of, I don't know, like things that you wouldn't expect to be attractive are attractive.
Yeah, so it's we're now seeing this man in a new light.
Yeah. We could conduct an experiment.
Yeah, we could indeed.
Get someone in a backwards cap.
Yeah, we could get 1,000 men lined up
Yeah.
and we could conduct an experiment.
Leave that with us, folks.
Absolutely.
Okay, shall we do some dilemmas here
Yes.
today? That's what we're all here for after all.
Let's dive in.
Guys, there's so many good ones in the inbox
No,
today. Let's try and
we are
answer them super
overwhelmed.
quick.
Yeah.
So we can get through loads because you
We're
guys have really been
overwhelmed.
sending them in.
So, everyone picture this. You know, you've been single for a couple years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just like you're
Ready to
you've-
go again.
You've been patient,
Yeah.
you know, and finally you've met the man of your dreams. You're like, finally, it's my turn. You know, he was made for me. You know, he is the man
It's
of
like
my
I've known you
dreams.
for 1,000
However,
years.
our Sarah here, she said, the man of my dreams has one serious problem. ... So is this a case where it's like, look, everyone has faults. You know, no one's perfect. You know, can't expect perfection. You know, I can accept my own flaws. I have to accept his flaws too.
And
you
I love
know?
them. I love him for it.
Yeah, like I love his flaws.
Yeah.
You know, he's not perfect,
And
but
it's
he's
not about
perfect
what
for me.
I want, it's about what I need.
Yeah. It's like perfect. I can't strive for perfection.
Perfection
you know?
doesn't exist.
Perfection doesn't exist. But Sarah here, it's really concerning her.
One serious. So it's a deal.
She said it's a serious problem. And look, we always compare it to like the thing where it's like, oh,
you want to have kids and someone else doesn't want to have kids. It's a deal breaker.
We're in love. He's perfect, but I want kids. He doesn't. You have to break up. So it's like, but then if this is one serious problem, are we just going to have to break up? Or is it no one's perfect? Like, well, you can argue either way. Right. Hello, girls.
Not doing a very good job of getting through this quick.
It's really, we're going to have to, if I speed read it like Trisha Paytas. Hi, girls, from a long-time listener. Love your pod and so much. Need your help. Gotcha, Sarah.
Gotcha.
Thank you for being a long-time listener.
Thank you for being here today.
The boy who all of my friends and family would class as my dream boyfriend. Oh, so you don't class him as your dream boyfriend then? It's more of a projection of what other people are saying. Like, he's great for you. And you're like, is he?
Okay. That's interesting.
That is an interesting way to put that.
But then do they know you better than you know yourself? Is it a case of maybe you choose the wrong people and it's like, wow, Sarah, this guy's great for you.
Yeah, but
like,
or is it
everything.
Or is it the case that they don't know him? Like, you don't know him but us behind closed doors. So what are you to...
Don't know.
Anyway.
I guess we should keep reading.
Right. So the boy who all of my friends and family would class as my dream boyfriend has one major problem that is really stopping me progressing with him. I'm thinking, no career, no...
Gambling addiction.
Gambling addiction. Exactly. Drug addiction. Alcohol.
Didn't complete his DARE course at primary school.
Yeah. I've been in a relationship with him before and had the exact same problem.
Oh my God.
So you've visited this before and decided, and you guys parted ways and you've revisited it. Well, you know what they say? What do they say about the book?
Don't read the same book twice and expect a different ending.
There you go. So you're experiencing the same problem.
Yes. It's history repeating itself. You've been here before.
He's tall, he's handsome, and he really likes me.
Check. That always helps.
Would do anything for me, and we are really good together. Everyone loves him and ships us completely. However, you see, this is not good.
Wow.
When it comes to that time in the bedroom...
I thought you were going to say that time of the month. Okay, that time in the bedroom.
Which I'm assuming, Sarah, is the art of sex.
Yes.
All right?
Consummating the relationship.
Yeah.
Sexual intercourse.
Coitus,
of course. So it's a
I
sex...
I completely dread it.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a sex compatibility issue.
It's a sexual compatibility.
What are you dreading then, Sarah? Let's get to the root of the problem. Does he need to wear a backwards cap? Does he need to hang some keys in his mouth? Does he need to get to know his way around the kitchen?
There are things that we've discovered this morning that could help. She says his little Brian is on the larger scale. And I cannot seem to enjoy it at all.
It's just too big.
It's too big. And she says it's not pleasurable. It's too large.
Oh my God.
This all sounds like a bit of an overdramatic problem, but it really does have an effect. I find myself completely trying to avoid sex or getting intimate, or if it does happen, I turn completely tense.
Which is going to make it even more.
Yeah, that's just tense is not a good combination, is it? Like I say, this boy's been my boyfriend before. And he must experience this.
This has got to be a reoccurring issue.
If this is unusual for you, for it to be too big, then this must be something he experiences.
He's experienced this before.
The poor thing.
Can't win.
So yeah, she's avoiding sex. Like I said, this boy has been my boyfriend before, and this was a problem I consistently struggled with then. And we are almost now 2 years down the line.
Again.
Even though,
because it's one of those things where you're like, this should like it's not. It's not like
well, it's like bigger the better.
Yeah, it's not like he was a twat. He was toxic. So I broke up with him
because it's something he can't control. The poor thing, he was born with it.
I know.
He was born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But it sounds like I think you guys you need to voice. Anyway, let me finish reading. So we're almost 2 years down the line, and even though I want to be able to engage with him and it,
look it in the eye.
Like this, as it's the only downfall between us, I really can't. This is a downfall.
Well, yeah. And it's just the same as it being
Yes, too small.
Too small
a
for
little
you.
acorn, if you will.
At the end of the day, you are not enjoying the sexual part of your relationship. You can't be intimate with your boyfriend, regardless of the reason. Whatever. It's exactly the same as like if you, I don't know, you're not enjoying your intimacy, and that's a huge part of your relationship.
Any advice at all would be appreciated, as I would hate if this is the only reason we cannot progress, as I could really see him, being with me, long term. And we always come back to each other. Obviously, say, you broke up and think you weren't even remembering. See, this is the problem when you get back with an ex. You only remember the good things. You don't remember the downfalls and that it wouldn't fit and that it hurts. And the bad
because
things
you convince yourself that.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
Shrunk in the
That's what you say. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
maybe
you got
it
your
shrunk with
rose-tinted
age.
glasses on. And there are so many good qualities about him, and your family and friends love him. Like so many.
But you've not gone mum.
Let
me tell you what happened last night. It was not enjoyable, I tell you. So I was in the
Nearly
nude.
split me in two.
Like you're not. Right, last little thing. Any advice at all would be appreciated, as I would hate if this is the only reason we cannot progress.
Right,
I could really see him. She's just said that, hasn't she? Help from a really embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed.
Be embarrassed.
And stuck 21-year-old girl. Lots of love. Right.
I'm assuming he knows the issue because you broke up before because of this. So I wonder.
Was it because of that?
That's what she said. Did she not say that?
Well, yeah, she said it was an issue before. I don't know if that was the reason why, though. Because if that was like...
I'm assuming you guys have been together for a couple of years. I'm assuming you talk about your sex life.
I don't think there's been a discussion.
Surely when you're having sex, he's like, are you okay? Like, is this all right? Because you must, if you're tense, you're going to be like,
I fear...
I think he knows that you're not. Yeah, he knows that you're not loving it and having a great time. He knows you're,
unless she's a great actress. Do you know what I mean? And she could be. You're just trying to.
I think he knows. You know if someone's not having a great time,
and because you're like trying to avoid it, he's sensing it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. Okay, so
the elephant in the room,
the big trunk in the room. Pardon the pun, sir. Right, so I think you need to talk to him. Like, it's
what can be done?
Because things can be done. There's other things you can do. It's not all about the penetration. And I think he can, like, if in the maybe I don't know if he knows.
I think he knows. He knows what he's working with. He knows.
I know,
his
but
toolkit.
I don't. I think she could just be trying to, act it out, and because she doesn't want to be like, sorry, it scores like that's not enjoyable. I don't think she said it.
I think she has.
And then that's why she's avoiding it. Okay, well, I think a conversation needs to be had. Sometimes it's too big and it's not
What's
that
our
pleasurable.
solution though?
Other things. Log on to lovehoney.com.
Shrinkyourpenis.com.
Yeah, there you go. Get in contact with her. But he can't change it. Usually they want to pump it up.
I know.
You can't pump it down.
The gym.
You can't
deflate it.
You can't deflate
Let some
it,
air
the poor
out.
thing. Oh, the poor thing. I think try and talk to her and you need to discuss your sexual desires.
I think you guys, you need to get you need to experiment a bit more in the bedroom. I think you need to, let's go a bit heavier on the foreplay.
Yeah. For sure.
For you especially, I think.
Yeah, and just, but that's not all I enjoy, because maybe that's just what he's going straight in for.
Yeah.
Maybe he is just going straight in and he's got this massive, and you're already fucking tense. That is that's a recipe for disaster.
It's a recipe for disaster.
So you need to communicate to him, because I think if, there's better foreplay or other bits and bobs going on.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, because I think he might just be ramming it, his big old,
he's passionate.
It's huge.
Can't wait to get his hands on you.
And I think you need to talk about it and explore other avenues.
I think you need to try some others.
I
think you could try some different positions.
Because I do,
I'm sure you maybe
for sure.
have.
And I do think step one, if you're less tense, we're on to something at least.
We're on to something.
If he can make you feel more comfortable, with the size and talk you through it.
I think you just need to feel a bit more pleasured. I think that's the problem. If you're just having sex and you're thinking,
if it's just the penetration and you're just like, this is too much for me.
Sorry.
Quite literally.
If there's any virgins listening, I feel like this is scarring them.
Well,
I feel like
this is what life is about. Experience.
I feel like you just need to feel more pleasured. Because I feel like that's what you're not getting.
That's why you need to talk. You need to say, like,
because then I feel like you will be more relaxed.
Yeah.
You'll feel a bit looser.
Less emphasis on the penetration, more emphasis on other things.
Yeah.
And then he's going to want to pleasure you.
When it's time for that, you may feel a bit more relaxed.
Exactly, because you're less tense.
Because you're less tense.
You know?
Let's try a different position where
it feels more comfortable.
Where it feels a bit more comfortable. Like have a play around.
Yeah.
And slow and steady.
Yeah. That's why I think talk to him. Like, he's your boyfriend. He loves you. He sounds great.
He also wants you to have a good time.
Yeah, and he knows he is very endowed. What's the word? Well endowed. And he needs to know that it's bigger than average, sir.
Yeah.
You know,
this is a lot.
You know, not to talk about the other people I've been with, but this is a lot to handle. Yeah. You know? From what I'm used to, sir. You know, not to put ideas in his head.
About it. Because it would, yeah. I think if everything else in your relationship is great, I think this can be worked on.
For sure. You need to just be open and talk to him about it. Otherwise, you're just not enjoying. This is meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
And you're like dreading it and avoiding it.
Yeah.
I think,
and you don't want to break up with this guy
exactly.
if everything else is amazing.
And a lot of issues can just be avoided with a conversation.
Yeah.
Communication, a chat, an open and honest chat from both ends. We can avoid a lot of conflict and issues. Enjoy. Hope little Brian's doing well today.
Okay, situation here. I think we might be referencing back to Christmas, but that's okay. She's got a Christmas tree in the subject line. But she said here, I think my Brian just love actually'd me
what does that
IRL.
mean?
I'm thinking that means, you know that scene where the wife finds the necklace and she's like, oh my God, he's got me this gift for Christmas. Let me put it back so he doesn't think I've seen it.
Is this Cameron Diaz?
No. Love Actually. And then Christmas Day comes around and he's like, I've got you your present. It's a
colouring book.
And it's something like, shit. She starts crying because she's in secret. Because she's like, oh my God. Like, I think she thinking that he was having an affair and then that confirmed it.
Yeah. So Our Lady Susan has been Love Actually'd in real life. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Hi girls. I love the show.
Show? It's a television show?
I'm an older listener, but I love your advice and thought you could help me with my dilemma. I'm sorry it's so long. I just need to set the scene so it all makes sense.
We love long.
Earlier this year, my partner and I were headed out to the city. He said to hop in the truck and would be there momentarily. When I opened the door, there was a box on my seat. And I thought, oh my God, this is so sweet. I opened it while he was in the house. And as soon as I cracked the box and saw what it was, my gut told me, this is not for you.
There was a wrapped present on the box.
Yeah. And because he said like, feeling. Oh, you go get in the car first. I'll be there in a sec. You thought this was a setup. Like, oh my God, I've got a surprise here. I packed it up.
Told you different.
I packed it up and went off to be busy somewhere else so he wouldn't know I'd seen inside the box. It wasn't anything big like, a lovely necklace, but rather a piece of character art from an animated movie I adore. It's about a witch.
So it was a thoughtful thing.
Well, supposedly.
But it was something that you liked.
Yeah, but she had a feeling that it wasn't for her.
Oh, God.
When I returned to the truck, the box was gone and I never saw it again. It was an item I would have loved and used, and it featured my favourite character from the movie. It is well known this is my favourite character. Yeah. I even plan on getting a tattoo of this character.
Oh.
So I started to wonder who it was for. Oh. If my gut instinct was correct and if it wasn't for me, I racked my brain and finally settled on the new woman at my partner's work. Oh my God, it's so Love Actually coded. Oh. When he spoke about her, his eyes lit up.
Oh.
She's a witch, he told me, and her name was Kat. I laughed at him when he told me she spoke in meows and purrs to herself. Okay.
So is that because, the biggest red flag is when a man talks about another woman, and they're kind of talking down upon her when really
she's so annoying.
When really they're wildly attracted to her. It's like, oh, that girl, she's so annoying. What is her problem? Like,
maybe,
she's a fucking witch. She's a witch. She meows. She's a freak.
He rarely, if ever, mentions her now. He talks about all the people he works with, but not her. I've never had this weird vibe before. before.
Yeah.
This fall, for the first time, he decorated his work area with witchy things for Halloween. And those things never
she's a
came
witch.
home. They're still there at Christmas. But obviously your favourite character in this anime thing is also a witch, isn't it?
Yeah.
The other day it was the office party, which is during work hours, so no booze or illicit fun was happening.
Okay.
We've always spent the days before the party dreaming up a crazy gift exchange present to send. It's been lots of fun. But this year he shut me down on my ideas and said none of them were good.
So
Do you work in the same place? I don't know.
I think maybe it's like bring your partner.
Maybe.
So it's just like, oh, it's fun. Like I know his colleagues.
Yeah.
Like what should we bring this year?
Then he brought out the box from earlier in the year and said, I'm taking this. I asked what it was and he wouldn't show or tell me, but joke's on him, I knew what it was. I'd seen the box before.
Oh my God.
When pressed, he said, well, I originally bought it for you, but it's not good enough. I'm going to make one for you, but better. Girls, this thing is fucking plastic.
So he
What?
knows he's trying to play it down. Like, oh, it's not that good. It's not that good. When really it's like a beautiful gift that you would
It's a
love.
thoughtful gift.
So he's like, oh, it's not. I'm going to make you one. This was a shit one. When really he knows that that's like your dream little gift to receive.
Yeah.
So it's like he's trying to double bluff you. It's like when they're like, oh yeah, she's so annoying. Oh, this gift's shit. This gift's shit.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to like, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Trying to convince you that you didn't want
Exactly.
it. Like, oh, we didn't think to invite you because we didn't think you want to come.
There you go.
You still could have asked me.
There
couldn't
you go. Oh, well, I didn't think you would want to come. Yeah, there you go. Shit.
Well, I bought it for you, but it's not good enough. I'm going to make one for you, but better. Girls, this thing is a fucking plastic nightlight.
How are you going to make that, babes?
Nightlight. And even though he was very crafty with his projects, there was no way he could ever make this thing. Where's the nightlight come from? I
And
thought it was
also,
a witch.
to start with, I think it's a witch nightlight.
Right, okay.
I think to start with, he was like, oh, like, he didn't want to tell you what was in the box. And then all of a sudden, but because you knew you were pressing him, then he had to come up with this elaborate little lie.
He wrapped it up and took it. He came home and told me, wow, the people I thought would love what I took to the gift exchange didn't bring a present to swap. I asked him, who is that? He named 3 people, Kat being one of them. Then he let slip that she managed to get it away from the person who did get it.
Right. So he obviously bought it for Kat.
Right. So people bring in gifts, and whoever brings in a gift, you're
Are we
doing a
saying
gift
Kat's
swap.
real name?
I don't know. She said Kat.
Kat the witch?
I said again, oh, what was it? He wouldn't say. I said, it's okay. I already know what it is.
Yeah, you do.
He replied, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
said, oh, it was something witchy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And left it at that. Girls, he went white as a ghost and quit talking. He then guilt cleaned the kitchen, did a bunch of work to love bomb me.
I bet.
Tried to treat me like a queen.
I bet.
And I just gave him the dead eye and a very cold shoulder.
You see, guilty as fucking
I guess my
charged.
dilemma is, how do I proceed? The ball is in my court.
Yeah.
Right, okay, hang on. To sum it up.
Guilty
Thank
little...
you, Sarah. I needed this because I'm a bit confused. To sum it up, he bought a gift for another woman and couldn't give it to her outright. So he planned to give it to her at the work gift exchange where she could swap whatever she got for the gift he brought in. Okay, so it's kind of like passing the present around.
That's called white elephant, no? Yeah.
Wow, no
When
idea.
everyone brings a present, they put them in a pile. It's like, I'm going to grab this one first. And then you can steal the presents of people.
In the end, she still got it and he got what he wanted, which was to buy a gift to give to another woman.
Yeah.
And I'm left wondering, what do I do? Blow up the relationship over this? Have a frank talk about what I know and wait to be gaslit? Let it go and keep gathering evidence that he is a raging asshole and then boot his ass out?
Boot him out.
Boot him out of there.
We're going to boot him out. Shit.
Thanks for all you do, Sarah.
I would not wish this upon my worst enemy, right? This
So,
is a
sorry,
really...
is it the fact that you found a gift that was something, because you liked the idea of the gift for yourself?
For sure. It was her favourite character.
It was her favourite character.
Yeah.
So it also happens to be Kat's favourite character.
Well, yeah. And you know, the way he talks about her, the way, you know, the whole, like, his eyes lighting up. It's like, we know.
Yeah.
Like in your gut, it's like, what's up with this Cat lady? Then all of a sudden he starts speaking about Cat because he doesn't want to get caught out to knowing to be fancying on Cat. But then surely everyone in the office is like, well, you clearly bought that witch for Cat.
I know.
You know? It's like, you obviously bought that for Cat. But then we don't know
I think you have been Love Actually.
But then we don't know what he's saying to his, he could be saying to his fucking colleagues, yeah, we're on bad terms, relationships on its way out.
Yeah.
All that bullshit that they like to spew. So, oh God, so the ball is in your the guilt clean says it all for me.
The guilt clean, please.
They're trying to be all good and
because he shot himself.
Yeah, he shot himself because you fucking knew what was in that. He thought he's been so smart. Like, you wouldn't want to see what this. I'm gonna make you something.
Yeah.
And he only said that because you pressed him on what was in the box.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I fucking know what's in the box." And then you got it from that witch, cat
Who
the witch, meow. So I mean, so the question is he just crushing on her? Trying to obviously win over her, trying to do thoughtful things for her. It's like, you've not done anything thoughtful for me in 6 months. And you're buying Kat her favourite witch.
I think he's got a crush. I think he's got a crush on someone at work.
He's trying to impress.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing because I'm your girlfriend sat at home, waiting for you to do something nice and sweet for me, and you can't. And you sat here, you're lying.
All I get is a guilty cleaning the kitchen.
You're guilty cleaning the kitchen. Like, you're not treating me how I expect to be treated. You're out there buying witches for, and he bought that fucking witch months ago.
Ages ago in advance.
Do you know what I mean? In fucking advance.
In
so
advance.
It's like, this is how long you've been thinking about treating Kat to something nice.
Yeah. And then he gets you just pair of slippers.
Exactly. You think I'm fucking stupid. So how do we, he sounds like he knows.
I guess it depends how you feel about this guy.
Yeah.
Like, how serious are you with this guy?
Yeah.
Like, did you think he was the one? Have you always kind of had your doubts? And is this the camel that's broken the straw that's broke the camel's back? Like, how do you feel about this man? But yeah, it does feel like he's got a bit of a crush on someone at work.
Knocks me sick.
He's making a bit too much effort with.
It's embarrassing. It's like, I'm
someone
your
at
girlfriend,
work.
and you're like spending money on her and trying to treat her, and like then you're hiding it from me. It's all too sneaky. It's like sneaky.
It is sneaky,
and it's weird. It's
but
like,
that
okay.
also is what is making it fun for him. The fact that he has to sneak around,
and he thinks he's getting away. He thought he was getting away with it.
You left, and it was no longer like a little workplace fantasy crush. It loses all of its excitement, and it's just rubbish.
And it's the way that he thinks he's getting away with it. Like, technically he's not. Well, we don't know. I guess he's not done anything physically with this
that we know
with
of.
this lady that we know of. But it's the sneaking around. It's the lies. It's the deceit. Then you've gone bright red and you look fucking guilty. It's like, how
and
embarrassing.
Then you shit yourself.
Then you shat yourself, you fucking clean the
because,
kitchen.
Like,
you're not cleaning the kitchen in 7 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't doubt that he would be heartbroken if you broke up with him.
No doubt.
Because he shat himself. Because even though he's like being a bit flirty potentially with someone at work, doesn't mean that he's ready to pull the plug on the relationship. So he probably shat himself.
But then we have to ask ourselves, is this the man I want to marry? Is this the father of my children? Someone who's going to turn his head the moment a new girl fucking arrives at work? Absolutely not. Because now it's like any woman he comes across, is he crushing on her?
It's a wandering eye.
Yeah. And it's like, you're not all about me. And is that the energy I want? No.
I think it depends how seriously you want to be with this person.
Yeah.
In terms of how seriously you take this.
Yeah.
Like, you either need to think, do you know what? I wasn't that fussed about you. This has been the final straw. Like, I know something weird's. I'm going to listen to my gut. I know something weird's going to. I'm out of here.
Well, he's took you for granted.
Or is it like, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to go to couples therapy. You're going to be honest with me and say, yeah, you did have a bit of a crush on this girl at work, and you were being silly, and it went a bit far, and you were just being a twat. Yeah, we're either going to have honest conversation. And you're going to.
Can you take accountability or? And fucking quit your job or what? Leave Kat in the past? Because it's just like, you think
classic Kat.
It's like, you think you got me locked down at home. I'm living with you and you think you can get up to whatever and you think I'm going to go nowhere. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, really, you need to be taught a fucking lesson and I need to leave this house and I need to break up with you.
You need to have the fear of God struck in you.
And he does, because he's cleaning that fucking kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you play it? It's completely up to you. You can make him grovel. You can make him shat himself. You can you can try and talk it through and try and get some honesty out of him. Or you could just leave that house and think, do you know what? I don't want a man who's ever going to, for one moment, look at another woman and, you know, be all sneaky around me and lie to me because he's lied to you. That's what it'd be for me. It'd be like, you've lied to me. Ooh, I'm really scared of you now. It's like, you're going to be lying about anything.
Yeah.
You spent money on this woman. You even got me a pair of slippers for Christmas.
Strange one, that.
Yeah.
It's giving Love Actually vibes. That was a very accurate subject line.
And it's like, you knew the moment that he spoke about cat and his eyes lit up.
You knew.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, you always know in that gut.
Maybe you look through his phone. Like maybe you do some digging.
Yeah. Let's see if they're like talking outside of work. Yeah. Any secret selfies. Well, good luck. It's a horrible thing to go through, but you'll be fine.
This is Sophia and Cinzia bringing you a broadcast.
An urgent
interrupting
message.
The
This is
viewing.
an urgent appeal. This is an urgent message. We need
From
you.
your founders. We need you
to
subscribe.
Absolutely, we do.
To
We
this
never
channel
ask,
right here. We don't ask much from you lot. We don't.
Yeah, we rarely ask for this stuff, but we'd like to get to 100,000. We want that plaque. It's important to us.
That's true. We never had a plaque.
You know, because you know where that plaque can go?
Right here.
Right here on our new shelf.
On this bad boy.
We need to decorate this bathroom right up.
We do.
And we've never received a plaque in our life. And everyone else seems to have plaques.
We've never had a plaque.
So
make
if
it
you
happen,
would wish,
please.
this is the urgent call out. Please, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the episode.
I mean, it's not looking good out for these men today. It's not looking good.
When is it ever?
One who was too well endowed.
Wednesdays aren't good days for men.
No. One was too well endowed. Another one was, you know, crushing on a witch. And this guy here is having a bad day. Everyone's having a bad day in this situation, isn't it? No one's having a good day. So my friends, let's just take a deep breath. My friend's fiancé, not even boyfriend.
Fiancé.
Not even crush. Like, not even like, you know.
Husband to be.
Yeah.
Vows are pending.
Yeah. Like he got down on one knee.
Wedding invites have been sent out. Save the dates are there. It's in the diary.
Like we've paid the deposit for the venue.
Yeah. We've chosen the priest.
Yeah. Oh, Father Raymond. My friend's fiance sent me an 8-page love letter. I mean,
front and back.
We're not
That's
sure.
giving 16.
Yeah. Shit. Do you know what? It's just like
page.
Break up with your fiance first. Do you know what I mean?
It's because people are too afraid to be single. You know, because
Yeah.
if you were going to reject him,
he's made a lot of panicky
he didn't want to be
moves.
single. He would then keep going with his fiance.
But
he's
is he
too scared to be single.
But is he stupid
People
enough to
like
think that you're going to keep that to yourself?
Line up the next thing before breaking off the first thing.
And
they want something to jump into. They don't want any time in between.
But Sophia, does he think you're that stupid and you're not going to tell your friend?
Well,
Does he think that you're going to break girl code and be like, yeah, absolutely. Come on over here, break up
Well,
with...
he may be wondering if she's feeling the same way.
Obviously. Girls.
Obviously.
This is horror. This is
hell
This is a horror film. Girls, have I got a story for you? Girl,
Fucking sounds like it.
this
Let's
is
go.
a fucking movie.
Happy Wednesday.
Where's Miss Colleen Hoover when you needed to write up a fucking story?
Coho.
Long-time listener. And as always, never thought I would be writing it, but here we are.
Taylor's oldest time.
My work bestie told me I had to write in, as you two would love this story. Look, we're not enjoying someone else's pain, all right, Sarah?
But in the name of entertainment.
Yes, but in the name of the girls' bathroom.
We have a job to do after all.
Absolutely. She says, we are both huge fans. Do you know what? It's nice when you have a work bestie.
Really nice.
Because it's like, it's kind of removed
They are
from...
some of the best relationships I think you will ever have. They are it's so nice how they are often very removed from your real life.
And also often from like other places.
Yeah, other people.
Know.
They give you unbiased.
Yeah.
You know, it is just a friendship like no other.
Yeah.
And a bond like no other.
And you can just tell them everything about like what's happening. Yeah, your friendships, your relationships, your family. And they're just soaking it all in.
Sometimes they know like more about you than anyone else.
Yeah. So you obviously went to, but God, fucking hell,
Get a
listen
load
to
of
this.
this.
She's gone, you know where you need to write into, babes. Right, for context. I'm a single parent with my lovely little girl and absolutely love our little life together, just me and her. That is beautiful.
I love that.
My friend, let's call her Sarah, is a mum of 2 and is engaged to her long-term
Oh no,
partner,
he's a father.
Brian. He's a father. He's got
Okay.
2 kids with her. Okay. We have been friends for a while due to our children being friends, and we've all become really close.
Mum friends.
So you're like friends, and also you probably, are pretty friendly with Brian.
yeah, play dates.
Play dates being round, the girls are playing
dropping
together.
the kids off, picking the kids up,
Right.
meeting at the park with the kids.
There we go.
Going to get a baby chino.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never has there ever been any sort of weird atmosphere or vibes between me and Brian. So she's saying, I've never looked at him in that way. I've never sensed a look, a look of the lip, a graze of the bum, a touch of the neck, a touch of the knee or thigh.
A flirty comment. A flirty remark.
an inappropriate comment. Never.
Never.
Okay. Yeah, because usually it'd be like, oh yeah, well I have felt this weird, but for it to come out of the blue is
crazy.
And we are only ever in each other's company with Sarah.
Of course.
Or when it's child related. So imagine.
Oh my God.
When I got home from work to find an 8-page handwritten letter posted through the door.
Not the calligraphy.
It's not even been typed up. I've actually got goosebumps.
Written.
Why does he think this is a good idea?
Do you know what the crazy thing is though?
does
Probably
he
went into his
think-
kids' room to find the paper and the colouring book and the crayons.
Imagine he was
to
being
write
caught,
this
imagine
letter.
he got caught in the act writing it out.
Where did he write it?
Fuck knows.
Dining room table.
In his van, maybe?
in his car.
And
also
my God.
8
Why
pages.
is this a good idea? Like
8 pages.
This is
because he's probably thinking
what a
text
twat.
can be traced. My wife could find it, or fiancé
He's gone
could
back
find
to
it.
the olden times.
He's reverted back to the caveman ways.
Maybe he made the paper. Maybe he sliced up some
Maybe he
wood and
did.
he pressed it and he
Maybe
did it
he
all
did.
hand by hand. Got that ink. What was ink in the olden days? They must have got it from some animal or something, He literally plucked a feather out of a fucking chicken's bum.
Out of a pheasant.
Right.
And made a quill.
So she's saying, imagine my shock horror.
Oh my God.
When I receive an 8-page...
This would.
But honestly, even before you know who it's
dining
from,
out on this for the rest of my life.
yeah, I would have to write a book.
It's giving BBC drama.
Because also I'd be so scared because in the beginning you probably don't know who it's from, and you never receive like handwritten. It's like, who the fuck sent me? Like, what the fuck
bit
is
creepy,
this? Like,
actually.
it's a bit scary. 'Cause it's like he was at the front door.
Yeah.
Imagine
Have you
you
got
were
a
there
Ring
when it
doorbell?
arrived and you opened the door.
Motion sense.
So of course, my initial thoughts were, is this a prank? Yeah.
Yeah. My thought would go there too.
Yeah, I'd go, someone filming me. Is
But
this
also,
just a joke?
sorry, that is so interesting that your first thought went to
Exactly.
prank. Like the whole love confession was so not on your radar.
Exactly. It wasn't on your side, from your side at all. He's just in La La Land. We don't know where he is. He's just away with the fairies.
He's in his own world.
Yeah. So yeah, it shows that, your mind was never there.
Yeah.
No, I feel sick.
Wow.
So of course my initial thoughts were, is this a prank? But as I started to read the letter,
Oh my fucking God. Get the kettle on. Get those digestives open. We've got
felt
documents to peruse.
sick. And had to skip to the end to check that I wasn't going insane. Because obviously, I bet he was saying all these times.
Yeah, and you're waiting for the punchline. You're waiting for the, psych, you're on camera. You've been punked. Shit. This is going to happen to us one day at the school
No,
gates.
I feel sick. These
Dad's at the school
men,
gates.
it's like you've proposed to Helen.
You've got 2 children.
Like, how can you then feel so strongly about someone else when like your family is right? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck?
Well, it shows the power of imagination.
Yeah.
Like he has
I'm actually shivering.
made a version of you in his head.
Yeah. He's fantasized about you every night.
Yeah.
When he sleeps with his fiancée, he's picturing you. Fuck. Of course he is. He's wrote a fucking 8-page letter. Okay, let's keep going. So she said I had to check to the end to just check I wasn't going insane. It's like,
Oh my God.
in summary, he has declared this undeniable connection he has for me. And as much as he has tried to suppress these feelings for the past 2 months.
Well, it's not been that.
It's not been that.
You
I thought it was going to say
a bit
2
longer.
years. I thought I was going to say
a bit dramatic.
He has not thought this through. He simply could not continue without saying anything.
It's been 2 months. You're going to blow your family up for 2 months.
Suppress. Break up with your fiance. She's got a ring on her finger like, you're planning a wedding. No, this is so sad. Clearly he's a fantasist. And has fabricated this whole thing in his head from no giving indication whatsoever from me.
Yeah.
Yes, you're like, I've given you nothing. I've just been
How
me.
have you got here?
Yeah.
Just because I'm nice to you.
Yeah, just because I'm friendly doesn't mean I want you.
Yeah.
That's what they get confused
That's what
a lot.
they get confused.
Oh my God. Scary. I have only really met him a handful of times. I thought we were good friends.
So did I. I thought we saw each other every day. School drop off, school pick up, park, sleepovers.
Oh my God. I've only really met him a handful of times. What on earth? He's
going through something.
He's obviously proposed and thought this isn't right. And obviously has a major freak out.
I think he could be having a midlife crisis.
And he's just looked at the closest woman, the other closest single lady that he can, and he's thought, maybe it's her. And just fall in love with you like that. Purely based on his imagination.
A few highs and buys.
A few highs and buys. So I've only really met him a handful of times. And I just cannot wrap my head around how he could risk losing his whole family over something he has completely made up in his head. As soon as I read it, I called Sarah immediately.
Good.
Nice.
Well
to ask
done.
what on earth was going on. She was just as shocked as me and began crying hysterically once I showed her the letter. Do you know what? It's you're going straight to Sarah. You're not even thinking,
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, like, should I tell her, should I not? No, we have to obviously tell Sarah.
You're in shock as well.
Yeah.
And you're also probably still kind of hoping it's a joke, some sort of weird prank.
Weird pictures attached to the letter.
I'd love to see the handwriting.
I don't think we do. Poor Sarah. I mean, this is a nightmare. The last line of the letter said, and now Christmas has just got, he's a freak, I fear. And now Christmas has just got more interesting. Lots of love, Brian. He thinks you're going to have an affair. He thinks you're going to have an affair. He's in
delusional.
his weird little fantasy land, he thought you were going to text him, come over, you were going to have sex and keep this big old secret. What do you mean interesting? Do the right thing and break up with your fucking fiance. Girls, help. How on earth do I be a good friend to Sarah? You've already been a good friend because you've told her straight away, you've showed her the letter, you're being open and honest, you've done nothing wrong. You're thinking it's your fiance who's a freak.
Yeah.
How the hell do I be a good friend to Sarah, as he has since told her that it was a mistake and all a ploy to get her attention, as he feels she hasn't been giving him enough attention. Oh, of course.
Oh my God.
Of course, you fucking little prick. You idiot. So now it's Sarah's fault. She did this.
So it's my fault.
You fucking prick.
That you have fallen in love with someone else.
You twat.
Don't even start
you
that.
little twat. So now it's Sarah's fucking doing.
I haven't been giving you enough attention. I've let you into the hands of someone else.
Yeah, so now I need to apologise. I'm sorry for not giving you enough
to make you feel like you had to go and find it elsewhere. Do you know how manipulative that is?
The way he's playing with Sarah's poor little mind there is, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. I was confused.
It was because you haven't been doing this for me. You haven't been making me feel this way. So I had no choice.
When really his little fantasy affair, little fantasy imaginations in his head didn't come true. Now he's shat himself because it's real and you've gone straight to Sarah. He's so fucking stupid that he didn't think you were going to go straight to Christmas just got interesting. Are you all right? You disturbed little freak.
Well, he's been imagining stuff in his head
for months.
He's obviously been thinking like, oh, like when she looked at me today, like I definitely saw something there. Like he's built this whole lie of the reality in his head. So he probably thought you would be happy to receive that letter.
Yeah, for
And
sure. That's how delusional
he
he
You would
is.
start up an affair.
Yeah.
That's the level of delusion we're talking about.
That's how delusional he is.
Yeah.
What a fucking freak. Can you believe that?
No.
And now poor Sarah, she's thinking, you know, she's got children. Like it's... So he has since told her it was all a mistake and all a ploy. So yeah, it was all it wasn't true.
Please.
Oh, fuck off!
8
Just
pages.
because I didn't reciprocate your love, you've now got to lie to poor Sarah and confuse her like this. Oh, I'm furious. My God, I'm furious. All a ploy to get her attention as he feels as though she hasn't been giving him enough attention, and this was the only way, easiest way to get to her.
What about a candlelit dinner?
You fucking
That sounds quite nice.
freak. Also, it's like...
Find a babysitter.
She's a
Why don't I
mum.
buy
Of course
Sarah a
she's
dress?
busier. She's a mum. She's busier.
She's looking after
Just
your
talk
children.
Talk to me. What do you mean this was the easiest and only way you could get my fucking attention?
Please. You wrote 8
idiot.
pages, for goodness
You
sake. Handwritten.
Actual scary man. You scary man. I feel sick. She said, what the actual fuck? Yeah. Would he be saying this to her if I had reciprocated how he felt? Exactly. We could read him like a fucking book. Or is he just spinning the narrative to save himself now? Of course he is.
Of course he is, obviously.
Because he's realised he's broken up his whole family. I genuinely feel sick about the whole thing. I feel super upset for Sarah, but also don't want to be involved in this weird situation. Yeah, you know, you've just been inserted.
You don't need to be involved either.
Help.
Oh my God.
I mean, you need to be there for Sarah. I'm glad she's kind of being like, oh, he said this. You need to be like, it's all fucking bullshit. He's fucked up. He's realized it, and he's now trying to manipulate you, gaslight you to think that it was your doing because you weren't giving him enough fucking attention. What a child! A child! Grow up. Literally grow up. He's disgusting. I mean, I know there's children involved, but he needs to go.
Yeah,
unfortunately. I don't think you can recover.
I would just reach out to Sarah, which sounds like you already have. Yeah. But I wouldn't push yourself too much onto Sarah because she's got a lot to figure out. And yeah, I think if she wants to talk to you, which sounds like she does, she will reach out to you. I wouldn't be hounding her every day. How are you? How are you? How are you?
Obviously, she's not okay.
Yeah. I would just let her speak to you when and if she feels like it. Don't really know what else there is to say. I wouldn't insert yourself any more than you have to. Like at the end of the day, you've done nothing wrong here. You're just a mum in the playground. This man has created this whole fantasy and kind of tried to drag you in. And it's not your job to fix their relationship. It's not your job to do anything to do with them. Like,
you've done all
that
you
is
can
their
do.
family. It is their relationship.
Yeah.
Let them deal with it. I think you just stay in your own lane, look after yourself and keep doing what you're doing and be there for Sarah when she wants you to be. But don't feel like you've got this like, oh my God, it's my job to make sure everyone's okay and fix this and blah, blah, blah. Because it's not at all. It's not your job at all. You've been dragged in by this weird man who's got this whole false reality in his head.
It's honestly scary.
It's not your job to fix anything here because you've not done anything wrong.
No.
You've got a clear conscience. You told Sarah straight away.
Exactly.
There's nothing else that you need to do here.
He's the one who's...
That's wild.
What a fucking loser. He is disgusting. It's the manipulation after. Like, it'd be better if he was like, yeah, I am in love with your friend. Like, do you know what I mean?
Own
Just
up
come,
to it.
Yeah, come clean, you freak. And then that last line is actually disgusting.
So
and he did all this before Christmas. So everyone's Christmas was fucking ruined as well.
Yeah.
You know, so selfish. Like, what a weirdo. He thought, I mean, then it's just like, oh, he must have had other affairs.
I bet your work friend,
you know what I mean?
When she heard this over the desk and your cup of coffee, I bet she was,
I would pay someone in my life to feed me such, information from someone they know. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, like when it's so close to home.
You don't get news like that every day.
No, obviously I don't wish this upon anyone. It's so horrendous and disgusting. And the fact that he's now manipulating Sarah is just like, of course, typical, you fucking disgusting man. I'm trying to cool down after that.
Not every girl's dream here, but he described me as his mother.
It's just like, I'm not your mum. Like, please.
And I will never forget.
Yeah, I know, me neither. I know exactly what you're about to say. I will never forget. We
knew someone once.
Yeah.
Who told us that their mother told them
that your first child will be your husband.
exactly that.
I just fear.
And we sat there and thought,
Is it?
Huh?
I don't know.
my mum didn't tell me that.
Yeah, and she didn't tell me that. I should hope fucking not.
Yeah. And then when
Didn't sign up to have an extra
when we
man-child.
saw this person interact
It made
and
sense.
communicate with their partner, each to their own,
It
no
made
hate,
sense.
no hate, no shade, it was very clear, like, oh my God, you are this boy's mum.
Yeah. It was interesting, really.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it works for them.
Yeah.
So no
Yeah.
shade. But it was eye-opening.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Me neither, truly.
She was his mum.
Yeah. In all aspects.
In
Like,
all aspects.
everything. Like a mum.
Yeah.
Just called a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so he described me as his mum. First of all, hi girlies. Absolutely love to listen in all the way from Toronto. I, Sarah, have been a long-time follower since your YouTube Get Ready With Me's back in the day.
Sarah,
Super
that is
grateful
so
for the two of
lovely.
you, the wisdom you share and the friendship you share.
The
And I needed some
wisdom?
advice. I have been with my boyfriend, Brian, for almost a year.
Okay.
So it's pretty new.
Okay.
You're approaching long-term territory.
Yeah, it's like, this is like, we're settled in this now. This is
Yeah.
my boyfriend of a year. Like,
I feel like you're
we're-
not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we're settling in.
Yeah.
Things have been great for us. And I
Oh.
honestly think he could be the one.
Yeah.
Our sex life is amazing.
Good.
We support each other's love languages and communicate really well.
That's beautiful.
Recently, I've been feeling a bit down, a bit off,
Mm-hmm.
seasonal depression. My skin's been breaking out, stressed out, etc. So
These things
I
happen.
figured I'd send my Brian a sweet text to get some loving reassurance by asking him, mid-convo by text, what's one of your favorite things about me?
Oh, that's nice.
To which he replied
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
that you can cook really well, you're good with kids, and considerate of what people need.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, I've got an issue with those. Well, not the considerate one, but it's like, okay, so the only things you like about me is what I can do for others. Do you know what I mean?
It is quite motherly.
Yeah, it's like, so it's not like my personality, my mind,
But in his defense,
Yeah.
if he praises you a lot,
Yeah.
gives you a lot
Yeah.
of reassurance,
A magnitude
says
of-
you're so sexy,
Yeah.
I love this, I
Yeah.
love that. And then on a random Tuesday,
He
you said,
said-
tell me some things you love about me.
Yeah.
And he's thought, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say, I love your
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
I love how good you are with kids.
Because you know what? I'd be flattered. If someone said, I
I'm
love your
thinking
prawn
it's
pasta.
not just these three
Yes.
things that he
Yes.
likes about you.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe he's thinking, I don't say this very often.
Yes.
But I love
Fine.
actually
Yeah.
the way I'm appreciating, maybe you do
Yes.
the cooking. And he said, I want you to recognize that. I love that.
Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah.
I'm backing
As
this
long
guy.
as he is recognizing the other attributes of you that make you so special.
Well, we've got here,
Yeah.
I was quite shocked to read those things.
So it hit you in that way, right? Okay.
Yes, this is a sweet message.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the honesty about
As-
his favorite characteristics.
Yeah, as it is.
But I was expecting something different.
I hear you.
See, you asked that question wanting a certain answer. And you didn't get the answer that you wanted. So I think anything you read there was going to throw you off.
But sometimes
You were looking for a certain kind of answer, and he came in with something different, and it's put you in a bad mood.
But sometimes that's all it takes.
That's exactly
Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
So it's just
Yeah.
like, I've asked for your actual, maybe you give me compliments all the time, but I've asked for your favorite things about me. And you said that it's that I can cook. What if I lost my hands one day? Do you know what I mean? Are you going to break up with me because I can't cook? Do you know what I mean?
But we're
Like,
not.
oh, so
we're
now,
not.
she doesn't cook, she can't cook for you anymore.
but
She's lost
we're
her hands.
not 6 sessions into couples therapy here, sitting down eye to eye, make or break of our relationship. What do you love about me? Tell me.
Yeah.
This is Wednesday afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm walking, I'm texting at the same time.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's fucking asked me, would I still love her if she was a worm? Yeah,
Yeah,
of course I
yeah,
would. I've been
yeah,
with you
yeah,
for a
yeah.
year. What's your favorite things about
Yeah.
me? Oh, fucking hell. Right,
But
here we go.
then,
Well, I love this. I love this. I love this.
yeah. But then it's like, you love me. Like, if I'm everything to you,
Yeah.
I'm your world. And the first thing that comes to your head is that I can cook. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, but it might not have been.
but that's how we're thinking.
I know. But this is where we're different. Men and women are wired differently.
But it's like your favorite thing about me is that I can cook. I'm going to cut my fucking hands off then. I'm going to cut them off. Anyway, let's read
with
on.
the cutting hands off, please.
I'm getting really hot in this fleece. I've got a long sleeve on as well.
Okay, so this was not well received by you.
I understand.
I was expecting something more loving, sexy, and exciting. As we're both young and in love.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just taken aback because these are such wifey qualities that he's mentioning. I'm 25, he's 26. I know he's mentioned his goals and aspirations in life. We both have, discussing kids, futures, desires.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm thinking, am I reacting weirdly to this? Should I be absolutely thrilled that he said these things about me? Am I being completely wrong by asking his opinion and then judging his answer?
Yeah.
I could do with some advice or maybe even a wake-up call if need be. I'm grateful for him and I am excited to see what our future holds, but I just want to feel desired for the other aspects of who I am too.
Yeah.
I'm not a mum yet, so why do I feel as though he's described me as one?
Yeah,
Thanks,
and it's
girls.
like I'm not just here for you to like give you children. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not your mum.
Yeah. And it's like exactly. So what were the 3 things again? Can I be reminded?
Yeah.
Because this has really struck a chord with our Sarah here. So
that you can
there's
cook,
right.
that you're good with kids and considerate of what people need.
Yeah, and none of those things are anything that nothing to do with my personality, nothing about who I am as a person.
You consider it?
Yeah, consideration's nice, but it's like it's more kind of like what I do for him. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I do say consideration's the highest form of love. But do you know what I mean? It's 3 things that I can do for others. It's like, what about me? It's not actually like, what about me do you love? I can cook and I'm what? I look after kids well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have a conversation with him about this, I fear. Just be like, those things were not what I was expecting. Like, I wanted more things about, that's kind of what I can do for others. Yes, I can cook. We know this. I make a great prawn pasta and a lasagna. Of course I can. You know, these hands, you know, of course. But that's not, is that your favorite thing about me? I'm going to say it again. What if I got in a car crash and I lost my hands? Then what? Make him answer that. But yeah, I fear I would kind of, I'd kind of be the same with you. Be like, oh, but what about me? What about me? Do you like love? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I understand, okay, they're nice things. But it's like, I'm not my whole being is just that I'm good with kids. And that's what you love about me.
I feel like there's been a slight miscommunication.
Yeah.
And I think you
Chat
texting, you're having a casual conversation.
I think in person, this conversation would have gone down a bit better. Do you know what I mean?
I also feel like he didn't give you those answers to try and hurt your feelings in any way.
Of course.
I think this is your boyfriend who I'm hoping loves you. You've been together for almost a year. And if I do believe, or I do hope, and maybe you try this out, all that needs to happen here is you need to say, you know, when I asked you the other day what my favorite, you know, qualities were about me, and you said those things, you know, I was looking for something a little bit more, you know, about me. Like, it's exactly what Cinzia just said. And I do think he would give you those answers.
I think
because at the end of the day, this man is
choosing
choosing to be with you. He's probably told you how much he loves you. He probably thinks very highly of you, thinks the world of you. I don't think he wanted to upset you by describing some things he loves about you as being that you can cook really well, you're great with kids, and you consider it. I think really what happened here was you didn't get the answer you were looking for because you were in the mood for something a bit more playful, a bit more sexy, a bit more young and in love. So you felt a bit like, oh, I tried to kind of start something up there and you didn't give me the response that I was wanting. And I think if you just sat down with him and said, tell me some more things you love about me. I do think he would say lovely qualities. I don't think he's only with you because he thinks you're a good cook. I think this is a man-woman, men are from Mars, women are from Venus issue here.
But we do just need to double check that he is just not looking for another mother, because that is not what you will provide for him.
But I feel like you would know that already. Like, what is the dynamic of your relationship? Like, do you wait on this man hand and foot? Like, I'm assuming it doesn't sound like you guys live together, so I don't think you do. So I don't know. I think you just didn't get the answer you were looking for and it's pissed you off. But I think you would. I think it's just a bit of a miscommunication.
Have the conversation again in person. See what answer you get then. If it's more of the same, like more of this like motherly, like, you know, fucking, you know, mother stuff, then be like, hang on a second. Like, I'm not just here to be a mum.
Then
like,
you bring out what happens if I lose my hands.
Yeah, and you say, I'm not here to be a mum. Like,
but do you feel like you're his mum? Because I feel like you're a year in now. You would know by now if you were mothering this boy or not.
I feel like it struck a chord.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like maybe you're having some, I don't know, but I feel like it struck a chord.
It has struck a chord.
Maybe some things were building up. Maybe you were thinking some things and then this was kind of like you were kind of like, oh, hang on a second. I kind of see where I stand with this man.
Maybe.
I don't know. Have this conversation in person. See how, because things can read differently over text.
Very.
And then evaluate it from there. But I would bring it up, say exactly what Sophia said. Say, I was, you know, what
because
are other
he may have
things?
been worried, right?
And let him know that
if
I
he
don't.
said,
Yeah.
I love your figure. I love your hair that's long.
Yeah.
And I love your toes. Right?
Yeah, we'd be
he
pissed off
would
with
then
that
be
too.
thinking, oh, but that's only physical stuff. Oh, well, I'm not going to look like this forever. Oh, so you only love, what if I lose my feet? You only love me for my toes. So he maybe thought, I'm going to go a bit more wholesome. You know, he obviously didn't know what kind of mood you were in when you asked that question. So in his defense, I think if he equally gave you 3 physical attributes, you would then be thinking, so what if I want to dye my hair one day? What if my body changes? What if when we have kids, I don't look the same anymore? You only love me for my physical appearance. So to be fair to him, I think that was a hard one to get exactly right. Because depending what mood you were in, I think your answer would have changed on what you were wanting to hear.
Well, we were after things about my mind, soul, and spirit.
We
Brian.
were.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't
so
asking.
maybe next time, let's ask him, Brian, what do you love about my mind, soul, and spirit? Let's direct him in, let's go a bit more precise with our questioning.
I think just let him know. I didn't appreciate the things that you said were the favorite things about me. You know, I don't really value myself being a good cook. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't see that as one of my top attributes. Like, what else is it? And obviously we can say, what if I lost, you know, we can go into that. But let him know, but I didn't appreciate them. Because I'm not just like, they might want my top thing is I'm a good cook, please. I can look after kids.
Yeah.
I hate kids. Right, okay. Let's do one more. Okay, last one today. And we're
wrapping it up in a bow.
Yeah, and we're on to the topic. Oh my God, we got a picture. Brilliant. On to the topic of threesomes. Okay. So Sarah here says, my boyfriend wants me to have a threesome with him. Okay. So he's approached you with a sexual desire and you're having to answer the question.
With a man or another woman?
We're not sure. Girls, I'm such a big fan of you both and something has come up recently that I need a bit of advice on. We got you.
Let's try.
My boyfriend, 22, and I, 20, have been together for officially now for 7 months. We met 8 months ago. Okay, so he made you his girlfriend pronto. It has been a rocky relationship to say the least, but sex has never been an issue. We often talk dirty to one another over text.
Talk dirty to me. This boy's got no problem answering what your favourite qualities about me.
Yeah, and of course in the bedroom. Around a month ago, over text. Oh, so he said this over text. He mentioned having 2. Okay. He literally just mentioned having 2.
Having 2?
My initial
2 vaginas?
I think so. My initial thought was toys until he mentioned his friend, a man.
Man?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I've only met this friend a handful of times in situations where it has only been the 3 of us.
Man or woman, please specify.
See, it's like if I was ever to entertain the thought of a threesome, it would have to be with a stranger. The fact that it'd be a friend in the group, a close friend.
It's very closely linked.
It's like, do you like her?
That's got potential to throw off a lot of dynamics.
You're going to fall in love with her. You already know her. So I've only met this friend in a handful of times in situations where it has only been the 3 of us, but have never had a weird vibe from either him or my boyfriend. It's a guy. So he's going to get pleasure out of seeing a man have sex with you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. I was very quick to respond and shut it down, as this is not something I'm into. Okay, so you
Yeah.
said no. I'm very much focused on my boyfriend and nobody else. I told him that speaking about something like this made me uncomfortable, as I find it quite offensive that he wants to share me with his friend. Right, got it. Okay, so it's not a woman, it's a man. He would kind of get a kick out of seeing you with someone else. After this, he reassured me that he was only joking. And it was
he's got a bit embarrassed now because he's opened the floor to something and you shut it down.
So he's obviously
he's backtracking.
Exactly. And he's reassuring me that it was a hypothetical question to, I guess, spice up the conversation. I brushed this off and it hasn't come up again until last night. Okay, so it's come up again. This time it came up in the bedroom in the middle of the act.
Oh shit.
And I had no idea. Obviously, it's something that really turns him on.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a fantasy for him, obviously.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the act, and I had no idea how to respond. Of course, I didn't want to ruin the mood. So I went along with this hypothetical what ifs.
Bit of role play.
Yes. You were just giving it to him
Laughing
back a
it
little
off.
bit. Yeah. Thinking nothing else of it, he then suggested going to meet his friend, which I put off until we went to sleep. So he's thinking, ka-ching.
Oh my God. So he thought, brilliant.
Yeah.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
She said yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Before she changes her mind.
Yeah. I have asked if this is something he has done before, but he's told me no. Okay. Bearing in mind, white lies are one of the problems we've had throughout the relationship. So you're thinking...
So you don't wholeheartedly believe that?
Yes. I am stuck wondering how much I mean to him, as he usually comes across as the jealous type. So I'm surprised to hear that he wants his friend involved in something I consider so special to the two of us. I am also wondering if this is something he is into doing, if he has done this before. So you're thinking you must have done this before, especially with his friend.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is something you've spoken about with his friend. Maybe
maybe he had a threesome with his friend and his friend's girlfriend.
Yeah, maybe when he was single
past.
and he's thinking, I'll return the favour. Any views on this we've really appreciated. Love you both. Attached is a pic of me and my boyfriend.
Oh my God, let's go.
I mean, a gorgeous looking couple.
Oh, lovely, you guys.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And you're gorgeous too. Okay, so you've kind of got yourself in... So kind of when you're in the heat of the moment, you're obviously playing along with it, giving a bit of ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And he's gone, oh, well, let's go meet him then. And you're like, now you're thinking, oh, I've shut it down now. Now he thinks it's open for discussion again. You just need to stand your ground. You say, no, I'm not interested in that. And if there's something that if you're not going to drop, then maybe we aren't as sexually compatible as I thought we were. Because this is not something that I would want to do with my boyfriend. And if this is something you want to do, then maybe you need to find someone who would be open to this. And hold firm. Like next time he says, you just need to be honest. Next time he says, oh, well, should we go and see Brian? I'm not interested in doing that.
Yeah.
And
I think
and
you
tell him
could,
straight again.
You could say like, I love that we have like open dialogue about our sex life.
And I love our sex life.
I love that you feel like you can tell me your fantasies and things that you like and want to try and X, Y, Z. I think we have a really healthy, communication, blah, blah, blah. But
this is not something I'm interested in.
I don't want to have a threesome.
Yeah.
I've got no desire to have a threesome, whether it would be with and it's not the fact that I don't want to have a threesome with your mate. It's the fact that I don't want to have a threesome with anyone.
Exactly. Especially not him.
Yeah.
Hell.
So
you just need to be honest. Don't
stop. If you can't let this go, then exactly what Cinzia said, then maybe we aren't as compatible as we thought we were.
Yeah. And also he needs to respect your decision and like not push it. So the next time you say like, I'm not interested in this.
He needs to not bring it up
He
again.
needs to not bring it up again. Because it's like, do you not respect me and my decisions? Like this is something really personal.
Yeah.
And something, I value quite sacred to just me and you. And if you can't respect that and stop fucking asking me, then I'm not sure if we can continue this because you need to respect my desires and respect that I don't want to do
like
this.
Maybe he has done it before.
I think that's your gut kind of being like, I feel like he's done this before.
Yeah.
So he probably has. And if you're saying white lies is your little thing, then I mean, say it to him again.
Ask him like, what is it about a threesome that you like the idea of?
Because I don't want to see your friend naked. I don't want your friend near me.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Like I don't. So what is it for you?
Yeah.
because I'm not interested in it, and like be really direct.
So
Look
if
him
this
in
is
the
a deal
eyes.
breaker,
Yeah.
like I understand.
If you want your girlfriend to be open this, then yeah, I understand, because I'm
Yeah.
not into this. And I don't want a relationship where you're asking me constantly to have these threesomes with fucking Ryan over there.
Yeah, Brian and Ryan.
Yeah. Like, I'm not into it. Just be firm.
Yeah.
Don't sway. This is something you're not interested in. Don't even be like, oh, maybe in the future. No.
Don't leave it
even
open.
leave it open. Like, this is something you don't want to do. You tell him, I don't want to do it. And if he's got a problem
End
with
of.
that, then we're going to leave, because it's like, you're not pressuring me to do anything I don't want to do, mate.
No. And it was just a lack of compatibility.
Yeah.
I'm not the one for
Because
you.
someone would be open to that,
Yeah.
and you are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking I've been on a fucking roller
So
coaster
many
today.
dilemmas today. Whew, we've been all
Literal
around the
fucking.
town.
Should we find a
I
quote?
feel like we probably need it after
I
that.
think we need some wisdom, eh? What have we learnt today?
We've learnt that communication is everything.
Yeah, shall I find
8-page
a
letters, text messages.
communication quotes?
Okay. No, she's not sure.
I mean, I found something. I mean, it's lovely.
Okay.
It's something we all should know.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Communication is important for a healthy relationship.
Hear, hear.
Don't be afraid to communicate your feelings or boundaries with someone. The way you feel is always valid. It's for the last
Hear.
girl. It's like your
It's for all
feelings
the
are
girls, I
valid.
think.
Yeah, it's for everyone. Communicate about the big Brian,
Yeah.
little Brian, big Brian, not so little
Little
Brian.
Brian. Little Brian's big Brian.
Yeah. Communicate.
Communicate.
There we go.
communicate. Okay then, guys.
Well, on that note,
On that note, we love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
If you would like an extra episode of the podcast, you can get it every single Monday over on Patreon. We have the group chat, bonus episodes every single week.
we do. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok,
Yes, you can.
YouTube.
And you can email your dilemmas to hello@thegoesbathroom.com.
You can. And we will see you on Monday, if not next Wednesday. Love ya.
Bye.
Woo!